Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner, and I'm putting on a hoodie, okay? Yeah, and I'm sorry for being late. It was almost 9:20, Lord Jesus, y'all. I am sorry I am later than usual, okay? But y'all know I'll be walking in the house around 9:01, 9:02, and you know what I'm saying, having to get out my work clothes and throw on a hoodie because it's cold in here. But happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, okay? Thursday nights, okay? It's pre-Friday, Friday Eve, and all that things. And we have some things to discuss, okay? So thank y'all for being here because you can be anywhere in the world, but you pop around here to my corner to have a conversation with your cousins, okay? Now, it's a lot of little random things we're going to discuss. Okay, y'all know we're going to be sharing from my saved stuff on IG because I just have not been having time to do graphics, okay? But I know y'all can hear me because I made sure to unmute my mic. But please do a couple things for me first. Make sure that you've already subscribed to my channel to become a whole JayBirds, and comment in the comment section because it's a conversation between me and y'all. And if y'all ain't saying nothing, how I know y'all here? You know? Like the video. Okay, follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. And y'all know to also share the video because sharing is caring. You know, sharing is caring. Hey, how y'all doing? I was going to wear my dress I wore to work, and I threw around and waited some sauce on the stein, so I had to take it off and throw my little pink hoodie. But we are here. Okay, I don't know what's going on with StreamYard and why the signal is being dumb, but we're going to make it what it is, okay? Hopefully y'all can clearly hear me. Hopefully y'all can clearly see me, because other than that, I have no control of nothing, okay? But I'm here. And we here to talk about these people, these things, plus some other things too. Okay, some other things too. But y'all know, let's say hello to the people. Hi to the people. Okay, hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? How was everyone doing? Happy Thursday. I hope everybody had a great day. We're having a great week. Okay. You know, things are is popping here, popping there, popping everywhere. And I just want to do some talking. You know what I'm saying? What to do, what up, though? Okay. Like the video on your way in. It's the thing to do. Yes. But hey to y'all. Thank you for liking me and my pink. I like pink too. I have a lot of pink things. And sometimes I don't be having time. You know what I'm saying? My pink headband is from the dress I wore with that pink in it. And I just, honey, hoodie sit on the couch. But yeah. Now yesterday we had a whole Bishop robbery live. So something that I was something that I was gonna discuss yesterday, we're gonna discuss today. Okay, foolishness here and there, divorces, clapping back, and this and that and that and this, and just so much going on that I feel like what is wrong with all the people? I'm like, let's have a prayer circle. A little prayer circle. Now, usually ain't nothing going on around here. Okay, usually it don't be nothing going on. But it's some stuff we can get into. Now, I'm not going to wait the little 10 minutes because I'm tired. I am. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. I'm up. I'm making some ice in my ice machine and all of that. But I want to get started. I know y'all, because y'all, she be late. Well, I was late today. It's almost 9:13. And because I feel like, it's a lot of little stuff for us to discuss, I don't want to hold y'all for too long, okay? Y'all know we're going to be about 2 hours. We don't have no watch-alongs today. And so that's what it is. And because my signal keep going in and out, I just pop off camera. But I'm still here. Y'all know what I look like. Like me. Or like my mama. Okay. But yeah, hey. Yeah, yesterday was very, very fun. Discussing Bishop robbery and his foolishness. I think watch-alongs in general are fun for us because what I be thinking while watching things is funny. Because I be thinking the most randomest of things. And watching Bishop robbery, be around here being Bishop robbery, we get to laugh and relax and just relax, relate, and release about it all. Okay? So yes. Yes, I'm tired. I almost was not gonna come live today. I was gonna wait till tomorrow. But I said, look, I told them yesterday I was coming on today. And so here I am. Okay. Now I can say I have no plans of doing a live tomorrow unless something happens in the news, in the gossip world. Like I'm saying, if Beyonce comes around here and announce that she's pregnant with quadruplets and Jay-Z is about to be president and Kanye West found a UFO somewhere that gives us all free Wi-Fi. Unless something, extraordinary happens tomorrow, I will not be live. I may put up some content as a premiere, so look for that. Okay. But I do not plan to be live. Okay. But y'all should always be looking to see if I premiere the video, because sometimes y'all I premiere stuff in the daytime. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna chill. Now let's get to it. Okay. Now I saved a whole bunch of stuff. I tried to put it in some kind of order, but it was just too much. Okay. And I was going to try to make graphics for stuff. And I was like, girl, you ain't got time. Okay. Because between getting off work, getting home, I said, you ain't got to do it. So we're going to be jumping around from around here to see the conversations. And we're going to just run it and have fun and be chit-chatting. Yeah, we need some free Wi-Fi around here. Free Wi-Fi. We need chicken that's really chicken. We need rent prices to not be high as a giraffe coochie. Free cars. Everyone should have a free car. So it's a lot that they can do for us. Okay, it's a whole lot. And if they don't know, then they should know that we want everything, everything, everything. We want all the free stuff. We want all the free stuff. All of it. All of it. Okay? But yes. Okay. Let's have a good time, y'all. Now, y'all know sometimes I be in between screens, so sometimes I can't see our comments, but I still want y'all to keep the conversation going because it let me know we here. It let me know that StreamYard ain't pausing, okay, and stuff. Let's we'll rest in peace to Sinéad O'Connor. Nothing compares. That's the only song I know that she did. Nothing compares to you, which was a Prince cover, but it was great and we liked it nonetheless. Okay, so rest in peace to Sinéad O'Connor, passed away at the age of 56 yesterday. A lot of people, was like, "Oh, I loved her back in the day." You know what I'm saying? Now I can admit I don't know nothing she's done since nothing. I don't know nothing after that. I don't. But I know she had fans. I know that she was loved, and that's what matters. So we want to say rest in peace. Now we do not have that, as far as I know, they have not said what she passed away from or nothing like that. We don't know nothing. So we're gonna RIP, you know what I'm saying, and let her be. But nothing comes. You know what I'm saying? And even back in the day, her being, bald-headed white woman or whatever, it was what it was. Okay. But again, rest in peace to her. Okay. From death to birth. It's all a life cycle. Now, Lakeith Stanfield and that lady who was his girlfriend or his fiance at one point because his other baby mama was beefing with them. And because he wasn't really there for the other kid he got. Well, he up here in people, y'all, with his now wife and they new baby. Now the couple is not gonna tell us the baby's name or the baby's gender. That's fine. That's your business. Okay. But I'm like, not you popping out with a new baby. And we still was trying to figure out, was you a daddy to the old baby? But, congratulations, confetti to their new baby. Okay. Now, again, he has 2 daughters from previous relationships. Okay. And he said, being in the public eye can be something that's amazing, but it can also be something that is very hard on you. There needs to be things that exist that are sacred and not for consumption for everybody. We want to be the one to tell our story. We're bringing our family forward so we may inspire others. Then watch over the baby. If something should be sacred, well, keep the baby to yourself. I'm the girl. I feel like when people have these scandals where it's like a baby daddy, baby mama scandal, is he a good father, is he a bad father, whatever. When those things happen and then the people pop out the next thing with a new baby, with a new woman, I feel like how you don't want to clear up the last situation that was in the public news, but you want to pop out with this situation and then say, but we're not going to tell you the baby name or baby gender because some things is sacred. But that's that man's wife now. So it's Lakeith and the wife name is Cashmere Trice Stanfield. They together. I like Lakeith as an actor, but sometimes I be like, sir, just go sit down. Because some things he be like part. I also feel like he has a bit of not OCD, of anxiety or whatever. Because sometimes he comes off as a bit little. I don't know. I know he had battled with alcoholism and some depression or whatever. So hopefully he's doing the best thing for his mental health. But I'm like, what happened to the other baby that the lady was saying you wasn't there for? I'm just wondering. But happy couple, happy baby, happy the baby is healthy, whatever. Kudos to him and his new wife. What the other baby at? Okay. What I want to get to next? I'm gonna be popping around. Let's handle Carlee Russell. Now y'all know when she was allegedly missing, they raised $63,000 to try to find her. And because she was never missing, they're now saying the money raised to look for her probably cannot be returned. They raised $63,378, but again, they like because like how it was raised and the company that the money went to, they can't refund it. Now my thing is, as long as that money, because the money doesn't go to like a person, I'm hoping the money goes to like an organization. You know what I'm saying? Go to the organization where they can find somebody who's really missing. Because it was raised by Crime Stoppers of Metro Alabama. If somebody in Alabama may be missing later on in life, they got you put it up for a rainy day. Cause what you gonna do? I mean, they could get the money back. They could. They really, really could. They could refund everybody who chipped in, but leave it there so because that search costs a lot of money. Because folks were searching high and low for 2 days. So I do feel like people pay and people have expenses based on looking for her. So that money should go to the people who did the work, or to keep it and try to find the next person who may actually be missing. Now, not only that, her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend, he put out a statement. Because y'all remember, he was the one who was putting out supportive stuff about how they're going to find her or whatever. It's so sad, you know what I'm saying, about that or whatever. And then when we found out she came back or whatever, he took some things down. He ain't said much. It was also trying to say, oh, was he in on it? Was it him? Was it? He said, hell no. No, it was not me. Now, he said on his own IG page of T_Sims 28. Is 28 years old? Who knows? Carlee's actions created hurts, confusion, and dishonesty. I was made aware of the false narrative after coming to the defense of my ex, Carlee Russell. Myself and my family's nature was reacting love and genuine concern. We are disgusted from the outcome of the entire situation. I strongly feel exactly like you all, blindsided with Carlee's actions. This is still an ongoing investigation, but with all of the recent information, her confession, we gain closure with the situation. Thank you to all my family, friends, and the nation for support through this. I want to also send my prayers and thanks to Ms. Angela Haley Harris, her team, and all of the volunteers. Thank you again for your unwavering support. The severity in this matter has not been overlooked, and I deeply respect the genuine support shared during the situation. Please continue to keep us in your prayers with love. Is it Timer? I don't know. But he said that lady lying and she ain't shit. And she my ex. And I don't want her no more. Because she gets on my nerves. She's a liar, a cheat, a deceiver, and a heartbreaker. And this is a no for me. Now, I know it was people around here, right? The attorney people. They're trying to figure out what to do with Carlee. Okay? Her attorneys finally met with the police chief to see what the possible charges could be. We don't know that, but the people said it can be up to a year in prison or in jail, and up to a $6,000 fine. She gonna have to pay for the same way they did Justin Smollett, when he had to pay for all of the monies they spent looking for him or looking for people, whatever. I think they're gonna she gonna owe the people $1 million, okay, or at least a couple $100,000. It's like going to college. She out here creating college scholarship, college funded debt in her life for no damn reason. It's weird. But I do feel like even if she don't do jail time, she should be held liable for the amount of money that was spent to find her. Period. But we shall see what the lawyers say later, what the police say. But I feel like it's going to be some kind of charge. We just don't know what kind of charge just yet. Okay. Let's get to some randomness. Okay. A 6-year-old girl has reunited with her father. Let's listen to the story.
Is now back home with her father.
Fox 5's Denise Dillon talked to investigators about how she was found in Mexico.
Smyrna police say it was a lot of agencies working together and a lot of people who never gave up believing that she would be found. A powerful photo, a father wrapping his arms around his little girl. This image was captured when James Williams was reunited with his daughter Majesty. The two had not seen each other for more than 2 years.
Our detective said that she teared up a lot during several different interactions that she saw between the dad and the child.
In April 2021, investigators say Majesty, who was 4 years old at the time, was taken by her mother, Andrea McCord, who did not have custody of her. For more than 2 years, Smyrna police investigators searched for Majesty.
Our detective unit continued to work any leads that came across their desk and continued to pursue her.
They worked with the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, with the possibility that Majesty could be anywhere. They made sure Majesty's name and photos got national attention, including a feature on the show On Patrol Live.
And red and blue make what? Purple!
We released videos of him playing with his daughter, of her talking and showing little things. And I think that makes the difference when we get people to get invested into a case like this.
The U.S. Marshals got involved and soon learned Majesty was with McCord and her boyfriend.
When I saw the photo of the mama and the boyfriend, I said, first of all, what are y'all doing? You're down. What is you doing? Who did they kidnap the child? Took her to Mexico for 2 years with Speedy Gonzalez. Why? But thank God the police did not give up. They round here, got the back to the daddy. Now, the fact that a father was fighting to find his daughter, who was 4 when she was kidnapped by the mama, she's now 6 years old and reunited with the daddy. The mom and the boyfriend is in jail. I'm like, look, it'd be weird because, parental kidnapping usually means you don't have custody of your child. You come take them and you run off. And when you run off when you go from Atlanta to Mexico, Arriba, SA, Mexico, I don't understand. I don't. And I just feel like the mama and the boyfriend look like they were breaking the law. They was breaking the law because you didn't ran off with somebody else, girl. So hopefully they get jail time. Stop kidnapping children, okay? Figure it out, because as long as the father wasn't no bad person, you wasn't trying to escape him because he's a bad person. But it seemed like he wasn't, because I'm assuming the police had to look into him if they're going, I'm assuming, he wasn't a bad person. So unless she was out here escaping from his BS because he's a bad man, and she left because of that reason. But no, if you just out here being spiteful, taking your child away with you and Speedy Gonzalez to Mexico, get out my face, lady, and go to jail. Go to jail immediately. Because why? And also, the little girl now has missed 2 years with her father. Because you want to be out in Mexico doing hood rat things with your boyfriend. And for what reason? Ain't no reason. It should not be no reason. Now, more stupidity.
A gunshot wound to the head inside this apartment at Romney Meadows on the afternoon of March 28th.
When I first saw the headline, I said, nigga, say what? I said, what? It's the fact that when I seen a boy found high on cocaine, I said, that was bad enough. I thought it was a kid was just on these drugs. But I'm like a 5-year-old high on cocaine who pow a 16-month. I say, what the heck? And then the baby who got pow was also had marijuana in their system. I said, what kind of despicable people is this? What kind of bad parenting? What in the? I was like, what? And I'm like, please don't tell me this is some African American people doing some bullet shit, okay? But keep listening, y'all.
Deontay Johnson told police he was asleep on the couch.
First of all, that's his I'm in prison picture, because they take the picture when you down there. You look like you is on that cocaine. Okay, you look like you on cocaine, so you don't have any wherewithal to even know what anybody else in the house is doing at a time of anything. Because Deontay Johnson looked like he need to be arrested for dealing stuff. And it made me mad. Because Negro what? But keep listening.
Couch when a loud boom woke him up. His son Isaiah had been shot in a bedroom upstairs. The baby's 5-year-old brother was the only other person in the apartment.
Are we sure? Because the daddy could have been lying.
The mother,
Shatia Welch. First of all, she looked guilty too. Period.
Welch was not home at the time of the shooting. Welch told police she keeps her handgun locked in a safe under the bed, but police found the gun in a dresser drawer in the bedroom.
Why would you keep a pow on the floor? So I'm like, the mom and the daddy is both on some BS.
Both parents denied having touched the gun for days before the shooting. Police say they also found more than 90 blue pills on a shelf in the living room within reach of the 5-year-old. Court records say those pills tested positive as fentanyl.
So you have 90 pills sitting on the damn coffee table around your 5-year-old and 16-month-old child just sitting around? Okay.
Just before police arrived, surveillance video shows Johnson putting a bag in a car outside the apartment. Police say they found 400 grams of marijuana in that bag.
So you got the fentanyl in the house. You put the marijuana in the car.
Court records say the baby died with marijuana in his blood. A hair sample from the 5-year-old tested positive for cocaine. Police say electronic device and social media records from Johnson contain messages about selling drugs. Both parents face neglect charges for both children, as well as illegal drug dealing and drug possession charges.
They should go to jail immediately. Not today, not tomorrow, 5 years ago. This is the main reason why some people do not need to be able to have children. Some people do not need to be parents because stuff like this happen. We know if you leave a loaded pow around the house and you have children, they can get into it. One, why was it loaded? Because you can't tell me that a 5-year-old know how to load one. That's part one. Both kids got drugs in their system. I mean, y'all at the house doing drugs. Selling drugs, and the fact that the mom went home, where was she at? When you left the house, who left the pills on the table? Who left the weed out? Because the fact that the daddy went and put the weed in the car after the shooting happened because he knew the police was coming and thought, oh, they ain't gonna look at my car. But nigga, why would you think that? You're being illegal on all fronts. Send them to jail immediately. Not today, not tomorrow. They should already be there. People who do these kind of things do not deserve children. Not at the all. Because you round here fucking it up for everybody. You didn't. Not a 5-year-old is a killer. has to live with that. We gotta hope the 5-year-old don't be addicted to drugs. Because at 5, he was high on cocaine, on that cocaine. So I feel like I also feel like when you see people like these who are around here selling stuff with their kids in the house and being unfit parents, call 911. Because somebody knew how bad their parenting was, and this ain't say shit. Somebody knew when they went over to see them too, okay, that the weed and stuff was sitting around and the kids was running around. Somebody knew there was bad parenting. Send them to jail today. Yesterday, 5 years ago. Because 5 years ago, it could have been, you know what I'm saying, not that bad. Because they wouldn't have been parents. Now, a child and lost their life, and the 5-year-old is going to, well, because they can't go to jail at 5. They're going to be in the system now. So you didn't ruin the 5-year-old life. Because you want to be Scarface. Because you want to be Cookie Lyons and Lucius. Stupid ass people. Anyway, you know, Detroit, people around, we do dumb things too. We do, okay? It says Detroit brother and sister and two others charged in a $3.5 million unemployment fraud scheme. I don't know why anybody be around here trying to. I really need people to understand. In 2023, going forward, it's gonna be damn near impossible to really be pulling fraud things. They on your head. Nothing, you won't get away with it for long. And y'all know my rule. If you get away with it and get enough money, leave and stop. Because when you keep doing it, you're going to get caught and you're going to jail. Okay? So again, a Detroit brother and sister along with 2 other individuals have been charged in a criminal complaint for their alleged role in a multi-million-dollar unemployment insurance fraud scheme for funds set up to help people who ain't working during the pandemic. Okay. Kenny Lee Howard III, who's 30. His sister Keila, or Keilla, Lene Howard, 34. David Christopher, 25, and Stefan, not Stefan, Stephen, or I don't know, Stephen, I don't know, Eugene Ware, 30 years old. They're the 4 folks around here who was getting all the money. It says the Howard, which is the siblings, and other 2 people filed over 700 unemployment insurance claims in Michigan. In Michigan, Pennsylvania, Arizona, Cali, New York, Kansas, Maryland, Tennessee, Hawaii, and Guam. I say Guam? Guam? Not Guam. In some instances, the defendants are all alleged to have used their own names to file the claims for pandemic unemployment assistance in multiple states. Y'all, that's just stupid. In other instances, that they use stolen IDs, they use stolen information from people of other individuals to file fake claims for pandemic unemployment assistance. They obtained illegally over $3.5 million in government funds. It's a worldwide. To be able to do that in separate states takes a lot, because you have to know the system of each state. You have to know what's needed in each state. The fact that they filed over 700 unemployment insurance claims in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 states. 4 people, 10 states, 700 claims, and $3.5 million. They gonna put them up under the jail. I wonder, they probably can. The only way they'll make it, well, yeah, they can, because it was state to state. Yeah, it'll be a RICO. If they can, it's because it was an organized. If they have to figure out who was the mastermind, who had the connection to the other states and all that, they all go get tried. And I feel like it has to be more than just the four of them. They probably the four got caught here. Because I feel like to file a claim in these other 9 states, you have to have an address in those other 9 states. So even if you use your own name, you have to have the address in that state to file for unemployment. People stupid. I don't know why people do dumb shit. It just doesn't make no sense. None at all. It's like, for what? What's the point? I don't understand. I don't understand. Stupid shit. I think this is a congratulations. So it's saying, in Louisville, the Metro Police Department named its first Black female chief. Now, the reason I say I think it's a congratulations because the comments like, man, I don't trust her. She looked like she for the people. I don't trust her eyebrows. Well, how I don't trust her eyebrows? What she do? Jacqueline Gwen Villarroel, who's 49, was named permanent police chief in Louisville. Okay. And I was like, I guess now they said because, they need a strong leader and the job is being done by the person in office. Because at first she was this interim police chief. She wasn't official. They've not made her official. Now, some people said, oh, congrats, confetti. And some folks said she looked like she ain't here for no games. She looked too strict. Her eyebrow, she got bus driver eyebrows. Like, bus driver eyebrows. She want to light people up. Like, it was mixed thoughts and concerns. But the fact that she's the first Black woman police chief, let's just say congratulations. We're going to say congratulations. And let that be what it is. Her hair look real slick. It's real slick back. I hope that they put her in that role for her to do some actual change, and they don't put in that role just to have her be there as a mascot. Meaning you see this Black woman, but she not really doing nothing. She don't really have the power. Bambi was talking, y'all. Look, let's listen to Bambi.
Don't lose your next man, letting homegirls be in your business. If you could comprehend what I'm saying, I had already filed for divorce because of some shit he did. But this is what women do though. They try to make it about y'all want to make it my fault so bad. So
I don't feel like Scrappy and Bambi's divorce is Bambi's fault. I feel like Scrappy and Bambi's divorce is Scrappy and Bambi's fault. I feel like Bambi got with Scrappy knowing his past, feeling like he had changed for her, and she would not have the same fate as all the other women who was with him. They stayed married, had the 3 kids or whatever, and now they divorced. So I don't see it as, it's Bambi's fault they divorced, but I do feel like her friends were too involved in the fallout.
Somebody cheated, somebody filed for divorce, and that's just that. And guess what? Just so happened the cameras were around to capture it.
Well, I mean, y'all on a reality show, so the cameras are always around.
It's okay. It is what it is. I don't think some people probably are still mad, but I ain't. So I got to my first divorce party yesterday because Sierra threw me this beautiful party. And
is Sierra and that man Eric married? They said they was married. Girl, I don't know.
It was a little sad. Like when I walked in, I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is a divorce party. Like, this is weird. But then we went to another party afterwards, a little after party. And, I'm like, my friends and family are out here with me. So let's have a good time. It's okay. Like, everybody don't need to be up in the house depressed. But no, I just want to tell y'all to like go easy on my friends because they were emotional too during that time. Like they was fucking emotional.
But they was emotional because you kept telling them stuff for one, and because they men fucked them over too. I feel like when your friends is going through things, it's okay for you to be upset for your friend. But your friend should never be going and like beefing with your soon-to-be ex-husband. I feel like that was too much for me. You can be pissed at what Scrappy put Bambi through. That's fine. You can help Bambi feel better. That's cool. But you as a friend should never insert yourself in checking, confronting, holding him accountable because he ain't your business. Bambi is. The only part that you should be involved in is with your friend. You should never approach their person. Don't approach the wife or the husband if that ain't who you cool with. And the way that Erica Mena and Sierra kept going at Scrap, I'm like, y'all doing that because of what y'all been through. And yeah, too, what he put Bambi through. But I'm like, Scrap and Baby both put each other through shit. Scrap was a cheater. Scrap was also, honey, hurt and need help from how he was raised by Mama D. You hear me? But your friend should never be out here confronting your ex-husband.
It was upsetting for them to see me in such a fragile state. You know what I'm saying? Like they was just like, oh no, that we want to go beat his ass. But I wish things would have happened differently. I do. I wish we could have had more civil conversations opposed to everybody just being defensive and everybody just trying to fucking fight each other. Like it did kind of spiral too much. But at the end of the day, like I said, if you look at your friend and you see your friend like going through some shit and really upset about it, then it's probably going to make you emotional too. And if
be emotional, don't get involved. Be emotional with your friend. Don't get her friends got involved. They inserted themselves as a part of the argument, a part of the fighting, and that was on some bullshit. You hear me? Kenya Moore was on Radio with Yee today, and her interview it was a good little interview. But she revealed. Now we know that her and Marc are still divorcing. They still have each other, whatever. And then Marc was gonna say, "Oh, she got her around stuff, and she got Brooklyn around crazy things and that." But what Kenya also let us know, Marc is filming a reality show, and he wants Brooklyn to film with him. Kenya has final say over Brooklyn filming, which he didn't care about until recently, because now he's trying to film some kind of show. I don't want to see Nene's show that Marc is on. I don't. I feel like, what show is going to be? Deadbeat Husbands of Atlanta? I don't know. But wanting to now shoot scenes on if your child has never spent the night at your house alone, if you've never been a one-on-one dad with that little girl, if you've never gave Kenya a break to where she's with you, you don't deserve to shoot Nene's show with Brooklyn. Not at all, okay? And Kenya said like he really just wants my okay to film with her, and that's why the custody stuff and the divorce stuff is still ongoing, because she didn't say what show he's filming, what station is on. He could be on Zeus, who knows? But I like that she said, you know what I'm saying, because he now wants to film with her. He wants me to okay that. I don't know. First of all, can you say no? You don't know her like that. You don't know Brooklyn like that. No, if he has never been with Brooklyn on his own without Kenya, If he's never been a regular father to her, you know you should not shoot. No, you're not gonna make the world think you're a good father. Hell no, not on my watch, not today, not ever. Okay. Now, Kenya also brought up other stuff too. I thought I had a different saved thing of Kenya. Let me see if I have the other one. Oh, we'll show this face.
When you sue someone,
talking. But that was her talking about it. But she also brought up her and Sanya not being cool like that or whatever. And she brought up how, after seeing Sanya talk cash shit about her on the show, after, she had hosted that charity event, she's like, I know we ain't really rocking like that at all. I like the fact that she admitted that. I ain't rocking with her. No ma'am, no sir. Yeah, I know they filmed the reunion today. And let's get to that part. Because, girl, what did I just put? Lord jeez. I'm clicking off the wrong things. I got that in the thing. Boom. They filmed the reunion today. Now, this is allegedly the seating charts from the reunion. Okay? Where it shows Drew has a first seats on one side, Sheree has first seat on the other side. Okay? And we see then Kenya and then Candy on the side with Drew, and then Marlo and Sanya on the side with Sheree. I don't mind this seating because I don't like Sheree, Marlo, or Sanya. So I don't even care which of them sit next to Andy. I feel like the rest of the season is gonna be probably Drew feature, like Drew related, Drew heavy. So I feel like her again first year is fine. Candy was really busy this season. It makes sense that Candy is not, Candy sees where it's supposed to be. Meaning Candy's still there. She's still cast. We know that Candy and King gonna get what needs to be gave because they're gonna get into Sheree, Marlo, and Sanya's ass. So I don't even mind Candy being on the end because we know for a fact that she wasn't there that much or whatever, and she can cuss Marlo and Sheree and check Sanya out from her seat. Now I do feel like Kenya and Candy could have swapped seats. You know what I'm saying? That could have happened. But I'm not really mad about it. Now, Sheree being first chair, I think that's only because she's the OG of it. I also like this could be her last season, get on out here, and whatnot. But I mean, don't nobody care about shit like that. So we shall see. But yeah, this is the alleged seating for the reunion that was recorded today. Congratulations to Sanya. She's pregnant with baby number 2. Now I told y'all back in June on my review I did. It was June. I think I put what was it? It was June 19th. I think. Let me see, because I posted it. I told y'all June 19th. Besides the fact that it was just slim and trim. That's all it was. I'm just saying. And when I saw her sitting there, I said, okay, she's sitting there. And why they will not show her whole thing, her sitting there. But I'm like, this what she had on, you couldn't see nothing. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't see nothing. And that's all. Okay? That's it. So I don't know. But if come reunion time, she said, "Ooh, I'm pregnant." I'm gonna say, I told y'all. Y'all know I be paying attention. Okay, I be looking and paying attention to things. And I said, come reunion time, if she come out and say she pregnant, it's gonna make sense. Now I also want to say that I did that review before the mid-season trailer came out, because we did see on the mid-season trailer that she said she was pregnant, but she got pregnant during the season, and unfortunately she had a miscarriage like they say about 2 months after she was filmed telling Ross she was pregnant, she had a miscarriage. But she then got pregnant again a month later, so she's pregnant because this is going to be the rainbow baby. And she's due December 25th. She said she may say what she's having at the reunion, but I was like, even before we seen the clip of her telling him she was pregnant on the show, I said she's gonna announce she's pregnant at the reunion, and the reunion is taping today, and this came out today. Okay, but I was like, okay, but again, congrats to Sanya and Ross. You know, they both wanted kids, and she did a story with People, and she was saying how, you know, she had gotten back to working. Okay, she did not want to have a child to slow her down or whatever, and blah, 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 blah. But then once she had the miscarriage, she realized, hey, family comes first. If I focus on getting pregnant and being healthy pregnant or whatever, everything goes on the line, and now she's pregnant. She's doing December. So kudos to Sanya. Congrats, confetti, and all that good stuff. We wish her a healthy pregnancy, a healthy baby, an easy transition from one kid to two. Let's see if she's going to put us out now because now she needs more help. And folks said she just guaranteed her the season because they're going to see how she balances having another baby. I want to see her sister, truth be told. I would rather see the sister because she's more interesting to me. Now, speaking of the Housewives, what is it, Robyn? Robyn says she's a franchise owner now. Robyn has bought, where's the thing? Robyn buys an AI-focused Medi-Spa franchise because she wants to bring subscription-based skincare to Maryland. Now, she's not going to be in Potomac. It's going to be in another city in Maryland. And, I mean, if Robyn wants to be the one to keep having businesses or whatever that she don't, I'm like, what happened to your hats? You done went and bought a Medi-Spa. What happened to your hats? You don't have that no more? Now, that location has not opened up yet at all. She just bought into the franchise. This is a picture of her at a different location in a different state. It's just her just showing the Glow 3 or whatever. She said she's been, doing it. She's been using it for years, and she said, and now she is gonna have one in Columbia, Maryland. Girl, I mean, look, congratulations because it's a business, but I need Robyn to do something and then stick to it. I mean, I really would have loved seeing her, the hat business she had, because I bought a hat. I bought one. This is a nice hat or whatever. But like she had it and we just never heard nothing else about it. So to me, I'm looking like, man, what are you doing? What's going on? Okay. But I'm sure this is something we'll see play out on Housewives because what else she gonna show? What else she gonna do? Now, that's a cute dress. It's really, really, it's cute and whatever. But I mean, girl, I guess so. Nene had that interview when she said, it was a house that she built or whatever. We seen folks putting up how Andy put up in 2018. Nene put up in 2018 how Roa is her baby, how she started it, blah, 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 blah. And Andy putting up how, Roa is the house that Nene built. And so Nene was saying that off of her interview, and Sheree said, it's the house, it's our house, the beauty of an ensemble cast. And I keep saying that it's an ensemble cast. Okay. Nene's interview with a lot of folks, it was a great. I didn't mind the interview. It was cool or whatever, but her head is so swollen, it's funny. Now, when she was talking about Bryce, where is it? Because that lady, baby daddy, boom. Nene's son's baby mama, Bryson's first baby mama, is blaming Nene for some of his issues. And she was saying on social media because Nene put up on the interview how Bryce had 3 children. Bryce has 5 children. I said, wait, now, I didn't know that. So Nene said he has 3. They said because, she doesn't claim the other 2 kids because the mothers of those 2 kids don't kiss her ass. Now, I remember hearing a while ago about him having some issues with a kid. And I'm assuming this is one of the mamas, okay? Now, the mama also brought up when someone asked, oh, wow, I did not know that. They both refused the DNA test. Do you know why the 3 kids are being raised by the grandparents? And the girl was behind the back saying, I do know why. However, I won't expose their mother's business. And his daughter also follows me on here. If anyone pays attention, the only time y'all see her with those kids is when she is in the media. It's a PR stunt to make her look good. She buys them stuff, but has it sent to their grandmother's house. Now she's posting that she's out with them. It's all funny to me because I know the truth, but it doesn't look good. Y'all think Nene hiding some of them kids? Or she being messy? I wonder. But I do feel like if he really has 5 children, why not talk about the other 2? Even if you don't like the mamas, you still have 5 grandkids. Now somebody asked, was a DNA test done between your son and Bryce? And she said, nope. He was court ordered to do one when I filed for child support, but he declined the test and acknowledged BK as his. So the judge went ahead and accepted that in writing and put him on child support. And the person then said, well, it's probably why Nene does not acknowledge the kid because, get a DNA test. Okay? Girl said that's on him at this point. I've already paid to have him served. He declined the test. At this point, I don't need to prove to her the word because I asked her to do the test in place of him. And she said no also. Not my problem. Now, if the daddy won't take no DNA test and the daddy mom won't take no DNA test, but he's still paying child support, I mean, what's the issue? Because if you're getting, maybe she's not getting child support. But I do think if he had 5 kids, say it's 5 kids. Or say 3 or 2 possibles. Like a spades. Is it because he's married to the 3 mother? That could be it. It's very, very possible. Not Nene Knight. That could be possible. But when adults don't acknowledge children based on beef they have with other adults, that's weird to me because if those your grandbabies, those your grandbabies. And if he refused to take the DNA test but said it's my kid, why not acknowledge the kid? That's weird. So I don't know, y'all. Now the funny thing was after Bryson was arrested, I remember seeing Nene on her stories posting herself with the kids. And I was like, well, that's funny, not with the kids. So the girl saying that Nene posts with the kids because she wants the publicity. I'm like, I mean, publicity for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't see Nene, Nene, like, it's Nene. It's like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Now, I saw Essence post this. I like how they was acknowledging the Black queens of TV in the reality world. And yes, it's the Nene, but also New York. Also Tammy fucking Roman. Also Tanisha from Bad Girls Club from back in the day. Okay? And then JayBirds. I feel like each of these women played a different role because we know Candy right now is the longest standing housewife on the show. She also has created so many businesses. She uses it to her advantage. That's smart. That's a good way to use the job to be, a job. Okay. Tanisha, who was on a season of Bad Girls Club, but she also has done a whole lot from that. Now, she looked different now because she lost a lot of weight. She's a gorgeous woman or whatever. But I feel like, so she also, paved the way for the Bad Girls. That's like the Zeus people. You know, it's a Zeus era. Okay. Now, Tammy's Tammy. Okay. Tammy is Tammy. From Real World all the way up to now, she's got her own show on VH1. Tammy she's on multiple shows on BET Plus, here, there, and everywhere. It's how you use your platform to keep building and not become stagnant, okay? And we know New York, Tiffany, New York Pollard, I could not stand her back in the day. I like how she's evolved now, and she still can get booked for stuff, okay? And then we have Nene. Next up, that's what it is. What else I want to go over because it's a whole bunch. I did not know that Khloé had Tristan move in. I don't watch their show. I watched one episode and I never went back of the Hulu show they have or whatever. But on the season finale, it came out that Tristan, when Tristan's mom passed away, Tristan and his younger brother, who is disabled, moved in with Khloé. Now, while Khloé said, "Are we not back together, but we family?" Now, I feel like, she said, because I know how much he loved his mom, and, so much went wrong, and he was not responsible for his brother. I think something also may have happened to his house, but I feel like Tristan is rich enough to hire someone to help him with his brother. Like, I feel like moving in is weird. Because that means neither one of y'all can really be dating other people because they get weird. We know Tristan is fucking somebody else. I get that he is that girl baby daddy, them 2 kids. But I'm like, so when he get his other kids, do they all come over there? Like the kid he had recently, not the 2 of her, that other baby he had. Does that son come over too? It's weird. I would never let because of what they went through, you don't need to live here. Buy a house close and come over if you need me. But you can't live here because that's a lot. That's a lot. And I just no. And sometimes I do feel like Khloé uses the excuse that she's trying to make it be all about family. But I still feel like there's other ways to help him by not coddling him. And again, she took him in because his roof collapsed during bad weather, because his house was being worked on. He has legal custody of his 16-year-old brother who's disabled. And you know what I'm saying? I know that part, but I still feel like y'all are millionaires. He don't work at UPS. And he got to go deliver packages every day. And he's a basketball player with access to the best of the best. If he can fly around from state to state and fuck random people, he can find someone to help him be a live-in aid to his brother. Get a little rental space for the time. I just would not want him living with me. But that's on me. That's me. I would not want that. But sometimes Khloé be on some bullshit. You hear me? But y'all want y'all to take one last second and like the video. Because y'all know liking is the thing to do. Okay? In white people news, Lord Jesus. Now, so many people say, well, when the white folks do stuff, y'all don't know about the white people. Well, let's get on white Ariana Grande. Because I'm like, is she right taking people's man? Is that what happened? Is she stealing people's husbands? Now, I am not an Ariana Grande fan. Like, I don't know her music or whatever at all. I know who she is, and I've heard a few of her songs like on the radio or whatever, but I don't know her that. But I also know that she was married. And one day I heard, Ariana is getting divorced. And like 2 days later, Ariana's dating her Wicked co-star. And then a day later, he married with a kid. I'm like, is she up here breaking up happy homes? Now, the man is Ethan Slater, has a wife. He's been married for a while. They have like a 1-year-old son. And allegedly, apparently, I guess both of their marriages was, breaking up. She is white people news too, but I be forgetting sometimes because I just don't be thinking about Khloé. This Khloé was also white people. But Tristan's black. And her kids are, mixed. So, it's kind of like, half and half news. But Ariana, I believe, was like a white person. If I believe. I don't know. I don't know her. But we're going to see. But I was like, to find out that Ariana was married and she getting divorced. And then the dude, Ethan Slater, is also married, but he's now filed for divorce from his wife. The wife is like, she's just shocked because her whole family is now just devastated. Because they have a 1-year-old son. And the husband has filed for divorce like a couple days ago. And I was like, Ariana is around here. Look, I just find it weird when people know somebody married, right? And there's no news of them going through issues, them a separation. Like, I need you to at least be separated for like a good year. I need some time in between you and your wife. I can't start dating you because I'm just now filing for divorce. I'm just not about to leave my husband because Ariana's been married for, I think, 2 years. And it's just weird to me. And they both, was working on that Wicked either player, the Wicked play or movie. I don't remember. And it's just, she around here stealing people's husbands because the wife said, I was blindsided by my husband's relationship with Ariana Grande. Okay. I had no idea. Again, we have a 1-year-old son. So we was doing things. Now, allegedly, they're saying the man and his wife had been separated for 2 months. And he then started romancing Ariana Grande. But she was married to, I'm like, what is it? Just look, stop messing with married people. Let the married people sort out their stuff enough to where there's no question if they're really separate. Because I do believe I feel like this. There needs to be an official public separation going on. It can't be like, well, no one knows, but we separated. No one knows except me and my wife. Well, then y'all not really separated. Because if y'all are separated enough for you to want to date me, you should be. It should for real be a public information. Like before we go public, you and your wife need to admit and announce that y'all are publicly, officially separated. So that way, when we start banging, no one looking at me like I'm a homewrecker. And I'm not saying Ariana Grande is a homewrecker. All I'm saying is, the home is wrecked. And it's really the husband's fault because you should be able to make sure your wife at home is aware that you're moving on by publicly saying, hey, because if you're separated for 2 months and you start talking to somebody else, why not publicly admit, hey, we separated? It shouldn't be no little secret. Even if Ariana's man ain't bumping uglies, they doing something. Because his wife was talking. It's just messy. It's just messy. And white folk around here be having mess too. So, y'all don't never talk about the white people when they have stuff. Don't nobody do that. What about the white people? Well, white Ariana Grande is around his stealing husbands. Like, it's cool. And I'm like, ma'am, no. Stop it. Get your hand. Stop. Close your legs to marry men. Close your legs to marry men. Stop. Speaking of. So yesterday, while we were on live, the beginning of my live, I told y'all how breaking news. Breaking news. That Tina, Beyonce mama, it came out that she was divorcing Richard Lawson. Now, this is the gotcha. I should have said something when I first noticed it. Because usually Tina and Richard Lawson be on vacation with Mathis and Samuel L. Jackson and them. We usually see them together a lot for different events. And we stopped seeing them together on stuff. And I was like, Tina and Richard usually is on vacation. And I kept seeing vacation pics of Mathis and them, Samuel L. Jackson. I kept seeing their friends and the friends' wives on vacation. It was no Richard and Tina. And when I went to both their pages, I didn't see them posted to anything together in a while, like since like April or something like that. And I was like, But I said maybe because Beyonce is on tour, Tina is around there helping Beyonce with the kids and Blue Ivy, and that's why we ain't seen her and Richard together because Richard ain't on the tour like that. So that was one thing. And then when the conversation about the robbery happened and I went to Tina's page, her name was Tina Knowles. But I was like, did Tina ever put her social media name as Lawson? I couldn't remember. But I'm like, I'm not going to discuss Beyonce mama because I ain't got time. I'm busy. But Tina filed for divorce from Richard. They were married for 8 years. She listed the separation date as Tuesday. She filed for divorce on Wednesday. I said, look, when people file for divorce and put a separation date of like today, yesterday, last Friday, you know what I'm saying? When the separation date is so soon, I'm like, it's over. Because to me, Tina and Richard, like when young folk do that, that can be some BS. When you in your 50s and 60s and you file for divorce, you done. Because you ain't got time to play. Ain't no time. And I'm not gonna repeat it. I'm not gonna repeat it. I've heard it. She asked the courts to not allow either of them to get spousal support. And she also has filed to have her name changed back from legally from Tina Lawson, Celestine Lawson to Celestine Knowles. I said, well, damn. I'm like, why not put your name back to your maiden name? Because you're not with Matthew no more. But I get, Beyonce knows, Carter, Solange knows. You want to be what your name was. Your name was Tina Knowles before you met Lawson, and it's gonna be that after. Girl, Beyonce mama said, I ain't got time to play with you. Now, folks kept bringing up how they were on Black Love and how some of the couples from Black Love have now divorced. They were showing, him and Tina and Richard. They show Tia and Corey Hardick. They showed Niece and her husband. Who else? It was another couple, but other married couples who was on the show Black Love that was on a couple years ago, who have since divorced. And then we seen the one little clip of her saying, "We know he's not perfect." He said, "I'm not." She said, "No, you're not perfect, but but I love you." You know what I'm saying? I wish them both well. When you know it's over, let it be over. I feel like when you are, because Tina Knowles is in her, she's in. I think she's in her 60s. So nobody got time to be around here trying to fool la have fun with someone to see if it's gonna work. I could die tomorrow. I can't do that. I'm done. I don't want to do it no more. Leave me alone. Stop it. Okay. Oh, I forgot. Congratulations. So Keke Wyatt is getting a new show on WE TV. I feel like we've seen Keke Wyatt on different reality shows over the years. It's her singing, wifing, and being a mama, popping out babies. So I mean, am I excited to see a show with Keke Wyatt? Not really. I mean, Keke is entertaining. She's entertaining, but I also feel like it's the same old, and I feel like Keke only gives us like one season of a show, and then that be it, and we don't see it no more. 1 or 2 seasons. So I just hope that this time it's planned out, it's thought out. It ain't no one and done type thing, and she's gonna really be in it and not be crazy Keke, who be extra there. Like at her age, at my age, at this age, because I want it to be entertaining and not redundant. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be fun and not no bullshit. Okay, either have all the kids or none of the kids. You know what I'm saying? So we shall see what happens with that. They said Bow Wow out here scamming people. Y'all hear that? Now, it was somebody else who had said, wait, maybe it's this one. It's the same one. They saying that Bow Wow was out here running off on the plugs. Now, somebody was trying to sue that man and say they gave him $10,000 to do a feature, and Bow Wow took the money and ran. This person that came out here saying, "Oh yeah, because I gave him $2,500." I said, "Man, what?" Now, this is the weird thing. They showing this little, business chat DM thing or whatever. Well, first of all, people also have to know the blue checks is not blue checking no more. You can buy a blue check these days. So don't be trying to talk to folks in their DM about business stuff. Talk to them on the phone, an official email, all that stuff. You can't be around here DMing thinking it's gonna work. When I saw this, I said, first of all, the fact that it says send $1,500 to Hardworking Music and then send $1,500 to Shad Moth 87. Split up the payments and screenshot. I was like, why would Bow Wow need someone to split up payments on CashApp? That is the definition of a scam. I don't feel like Bow Wow would say, hey, split up the payments. Send 15 here and then send 15 there. That don't make no sense to me. Because what's the point of splitting up the payments? And then I'm like, can Bow Wow not tight? Let's get it done. Down we building. Send me your number 2. One, you make the payment, I'll follow. I feel like if all your conversations is in the chat, it's not, why y'all can't video call? Because IG chat has video calling. Not only that, let's get it done, send 2,500, split it. Why is Bow Wow asking you to split the 2,500 to 2 separate cash apps? And then once you realize, oh, I didn't got no reply, that probably wasn't Bow Wow. Now, Bow Wow was like, y'all on some bullshit. It wasn't me. D Pimpin' done got y'all, huh? I don't conduct business on apps. I do not use or have Cash App. So if you ain't called management and send a wire, you def was not dealing with me. Be careful y'all sending y'all money to online. This happens every day to folks. This is the 3rd time somebody acting like me, catfishing people. Because y'all do, somebody was on catfishing as Bow Wow. You never should pay people like that on Cash App. It don't make no sense. None at all. Now who wants a feature? Now who wants a feature from Bow Wow? I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't. I'm not a rapper. But I'm like, anybody sending anybody money through Cash App, that's stupid. Now, if you wire, I have to talk to people before I send them any kind of money. Anyway, anytime. We have to FaceTime. There has to be some kind of conversation. And I'm not paying you any amount of money to talk to you. I'm not paying you $25 to talk to you. And in real life, I'm like, I don't think celebrities use Cash App like that. Their kids might. Now his daughter might. But I don't believe Bow Wow out here Cash App. I think people forget Bow Wow was rich. We joke about him, you know, being he ain't this and whatever. Bow Wow was rich. Bow Wow was popping for a good 10 years, making the good money. He's done a lot of touring. Bow Wow has money. His mama was, you know, handling his finances. He not one of them kids. He not, you know what I'm saying? He don't need to scam folk. Now, he may scam people and thinking he going to put out the music and it might be good and that's scam. But I don't see him scamming folks for money. I don't see that. Now, if he is, he's stupid. But I'm like, when anyone say, hey, split it up into these 2 things and then, no, that sounds dumb. This doesn't make any sense. Let's get to Cardi B. Cardi. That got Cardi. Can we, Cardi B and Offset will have a song out called Jealousy. It comes out at midnight tonight. Folks were trying to say that her and Offset set up the he cheating rumors for, you know, to do this stuff or whatever. Oh, it was a setup. I can't believe it was a stunt. Y'all, I put a stunt. Cardi said it was not a stunt. Tasha K made some ish up and y'all were laughing about it and happy as hell about it. Now that we putting it in the music, it's a stunt. Nah, baby, we mad. Don't be mad at the one who started trolling with it. Now, Tasha K did start that shit. She did. And I feel like they're musicians. it makes sense to use it for a song. Y'all don't BS. We may be going through some things or whatever. Let's use it for what it's supposed to be used for. Now, with that, other folks kept saying stuff too. Somebody said a woman claimed she had a relationship with your husband, took pictures inside your house and of your daughter, and of your bed and kids' room. How was she able to do that? Either you gave her access to create stunts or your husband cheated. Which one is it? She didn't break in your house and Tasha K didn't do shit but repost what was sent to her, creating stunt for a song. Child. Some people are delusional. Cardi replied back, that wasn't my house, that wasn't my daughter's bed. Y'all have seen me and Offset do videos in all of our 3 houses. Never have y'all seen us in that room. The lady was never, that lady was in never, or the lady was and never have y'all seen my daughter on that bed. And I will never have my daughter in the $50 bed. That's why we're going to address y'all in the music. That's what people do. If you are an artist and shit popping off, you just address it in the music. Now, y'all know Cardi and let's see, Cardi. They're doing like a baby boy thing. You know, it's Cardi. We see Taraji P. Henson. I'm like, come on now, promotion. And for Cardi not doing no music, why she's still doing things. And if her and Offset want to come up with a song, it's Offset song featuring Cardi. But I like how they are doing it. So it's kind of like a baby boy-ish. If Offset pop out on some kind of video with Tyrese, I'm gonna gag. If Jody and Yvette is in the video, I'm gonna get, because I'm watching it at midnight. Because the song come out at midnight and so does the video. Okay, and it's smart marketing. It really, really is. And I think people want to see Cardi and Offset, you know what I'm saying, fizzle out. And, you know, they're not perfect. They have issues or whatever. But at least they are trying to address it, work it out, and all that. So I can't wait to see what it's going to be. It's called Jealousy. Okay, Jealousy. Anyway, I don't know. So we're going to see how it's going to go and whatnot. Speaking of, I wasn't going to address the Tasha K stuff between her and Maddie and all of them. It's been so much bullshit going on. Laverne Cox is around here breaking down the teeth. Now, look, I gave my 2 cents of the whole trans woman versus women debacle. The only thing I will add to that is, since I did my video, I have been informed and I've read up, and they saying that cis is a scientific term that's been around for a while. It's not offensive. I never said I was offended by that. I just said, I don't know what it is. You ain't got to call me cis. Just call me with my name, and I'm a woman. Boom, pow, pow. So since I now understand that's just a scientific name, that's cool, but I don't need it. But I don't have any issue with it. It don't offend me. I just don't need it. You know what I'm saying? But it's fine. But I now understand what it is, okay? But Laverne Cox out here, the only reason I'm showing y'all this is because I want to make fun of it. Because it's funny. Because, you know, she was up here completely, you know, dogs.
Love each other. Stop giving into the bullshit. My existence, me just wanting to exist on the planet is not a threat to you. And you wanting to exist on the planet is not a threat to me. Unless you want to take away my rights and take away my ability to exist on my own terms.
as I was watching, I was like, why is she not crying? When people get all up in arms and they talking like they're crying, but don't know tears come out, it was funny to me.
We're not a threat to each other unless we're trying to oppress, power, system.
I also was like, you put on gloves and dangly earrings? Okay.
Corporations, moneyed interests are a threat to us in our existence.
I was just, look, the earrings and the gloves just distracted me. And I love Laverne Cox. You know what I'm saying? I love that she's saying, you know, that we should not be beefing. I get all that. I'm not making fun of what she's saying. I'm making fun of me watching her say it. I was distracted because of the dangly earrings and the gloves.
This is the Laverne that I hold back because I don't want people to think we're trans people are crazy. I'm trying to rep for my community. But I'm mad. This shit is ridiculous. And I'm walking around every single day knowing that there are trans people and their families fleeing states right now.
I think it's the coat or dress. Is that a coat?
Because they don't want their parents to be arrested for supporting their children.
I'm like, what the tears at? So I was like, Laverne, ain't you an actress, girl? You was an actress. You can't cry on cue.
There are people fleeing states because they need access to reproductive health care that they can't get in their state. People are losing their lives. More and more violence is happening against women and femmes and non-binary people because of all the hate and hatred that is being spewed against trans people right now.
I was just looking for the tears. I get what she's saying. Again, I'm not making fun of nothing that she's saying. I'm talking about how she's saying it. It seemed like I want to cry. I thought I would come here and say how I felt, and it would make me cry. I'm making I sound like I should be crying, and my eyes is real tight, but ain't no tears coming out. And I was like, she got crying, and it's the gloves.
It's so real. People are showing up at drag shows with AK-40s and AR-15s and guns at drag shows. Right now, that's happening. There's knowing terrorism happening against our communities right now, all of our communities. And we're like fighting about some dumb shit on the internet. And that's what goes viral.
While I don't think there should be an actual argument, because the person who made the video that everybody's not fussing about is in the minority about how they're trying to be out here being on bullshit, I still feel like most reasonable people understand the trans community is not against us. You know, trans women are not against us, we're women or whatever. But Laverne up here, you know, dry crying, it just made me laugh. That's all. Chrisean went live to address some shit with her and Blueface.
We get it.
First of all, she's pregnant.
Hey, you could have did your own thing and said fuck me. I get it. You were saying fuck me, but including me, but saying fuck me, and I just don't like this little Twitter beef, because why are I taking my tweet so left? Like, I said what I said because it was like that. At one time I was drinking and it was fun. And it got to the point when I was drinking, it was not fun. I was drinking because I had to drink.
Because she was posting on social media that she got to a point to where she had to drink to be around Blueface. She used to have fun drinking. It went from fun drinking to, no, I have to drink to even be around him, to basically numb myself to be around this bullshit. And now I'm pregnant and can't drink no more.
What the fuck? Like, what the fuck? I really had to drink to be around him, to work around him, to forget what he playing with, how he playing with it. I don't want to get too technical because then he could be like, why you do all that? Why you say all that? I don't want to screenshot messages because he could be like, why you do that? Why you say all that? Why you show all that? I don't be doing that to you. Ooh, whatever. We get it. You could. So I'm like, okay. So, okay, we got into a situation. Okay, he was on house arrest or whatever, right? So I made sure the little situation was cool. Like, I made sure he had the spot ready, bop, right? So I got his iCloud. I seen everything, how he talked to whoever, how he do whatever, how he and move, right? Remember that day when he broke down my door? He broke down that bathroom door when I was going through his phone. So let me tell you what was in the phone. A lot of shit, you hear me? So when I mean a lot of shit, it was to the point where I'm like, okay. So I'm like, okay. That's all I need to know for real. So he texted me like, I need you to go do this. I need you to go do that. I need you to go do this. I said, okay. It was very vague. He gave me like 2 to 3 days to do it, whatever. So he could see his kids. But literally, you know, I'm reading all these messages and all these plots he's making. They ain't adding up. So I said, fuck that. I'm going to go perform at this award show. That's when I performed in Hollywood a lot. And it was like this nice little, beautiful award show put together and stuff. I performed. Before that, I was making money off of bookings and shit. You know? I was getting to it. So he texted me like, oh, I see you getting to it. I said, well, you have my flight flying back to you Saturday. Today is what? Thursday, Friday, whatever. He like, fuck that. Since you want to go do that, fuck Saturday.
The fact that she allowed that man to play with her, I think is crazy. I'm happy that she finally is seen. She was live for a while. That's just a clip of it. She said a whole bunch, but I don't want to have. I do not want to have a Chrisean Rock watch along because I feel like I feel like she's already exploited enough. I feel like she doesn't have anyone around her, or at least did not before now, have anyone around her who was really looking out for her. Like, at all. And the sad part is the best thing that could have happened to her might be her getting pregnant because she had to stop drinking and drugging as much. Now, I know for a fact we've seen that at one point she was at least rolling a blunt. But I don't think we've seen her drunk since she's been pregnant. And if her and this pregnancy is the one thing that is helping her realize she does not need to be with him, that's the good thing of it. You know, her saying how she was the one making the money and he was acting as if she didn't have money. And now she's able to still work and make her own money. It ain't going to him. It ain't going through him. She do her own thing. That's why we now see him with the other baby mama, because Chrisean Rock is like, I'm done. Now, I'm hoping that once his baby not born, she don't fall back down the pothole into Alice in Wonderland shit. I hope that everything she's seen him do, because she was at one part, she was saying like she saw in his text messages how he had like a roster of people, not just her, but he had other females that he was having do things. So while she think, you know what I'm saying, she one of the main ones, she's like, no, like I'm like this. I have a place in his line of people. And, you know, she also talked about, you know, how she did not like hearing him say, oh, yeah, I'm going to take the baby from her and let, you know, the other baby mama raise it. So I'm happy she's speaking out. She's admitting that she was drinking way too much to numb herself to be with him. And now she ain't doing that because he ain't shit. Like, that's the one man who I can say he ain't nothing. And I really want her to stay away. We are happy to know that LeBron James' son, Bronny James, who we know has suffered a cardiac arrest during his workout at USC, is home. He's out of the hospital now. He has been discharged from the hospital. LeBron put up this little post. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank the countless people sending my family love and prayers. We feel you, and I'm so grateful. Everyone doing great. So we have our families together, safe and healthy, and we feel your love. We'll have more to say when we're ready, but I want to tell everyone how much your support means to all of us, James gang. When I heard, you know, that Bronny, I was like, no, Lord. But I don't think people realize how that can be really regular. Meaning, the amount of pressure and energy and what it just takes, the toll on the body it takes to be a professional basketball player, even at the college level, can take a toll on the body. I'm happy that he got, you know, care right when it happened. I'm happy he got to the hospital fast. They did say he got to the hospital. He was conscious. Like, it wasn't, you know, he was conscious. He was good or whatever. Because I'm happy about that as well. But I feel like, you know, being an athlete for sure is tough on the body. Now, a lot of folks have came to his, you know, to his aid and with help or whatever. Shaq's son, Sharif, who had heart surgery, you know, when he was in college. The football guy who got hit on the field, I can't think of his name is right now. He reached out as well. Bronny is very, very young, but he's under a lot of pressure. And I also feel like because he has the best of the best with his father playing, they probably know all the stuff for the body. So I feel like he probably works out a lot. Because they're training him, helping him to become, you know, a pro. But, you know, sometimes that's when people find out how the body can take it. And it's better off, in my opinion, if they can find that out now to see if he can still play. Because if his heart isn't strong enough to play, he should not play. You know what I'm saying? Like, do something else with them basketball. There's many other roles in the league that someone can do besides play if your heart can't take it. So again, as LeBron James, you know, he's home, they're safe, healthy, and they'll, you know, say more later. But, you know, he's 18. He's 18. However, he's an 18-year-old athlete who I'm sure wants to play, loves playing, and is just doing what he's been doing. Because it's not like he's been playing for years. You know what I'm saying? So the crazy part is it's not as if he, you know, just started playing and we didn't know. Like, he's been playing for a long time. So the fact that they're now seeing something like this, I'm happy they caught it early. So now they can have all the tests, everything, to be sure if he wants to keep playing, that he can physically do it. Now they can test him for everything because he's so young. But thank God he's okay. Lord Jesus, keep him safe, Lord. Just team too much. Judge Mathis denies pulling a gun out on a city worker. He say, I never showed the gun, let alone pointed it at anybody. I said, but did you threaten somebody with it? Because when someone said I didn't pull no gun, I didn't show the gun, I didn't point it at them. I may have said I had it. I may have said here it is. I may have done that. Yeah, I don't know. It says the employee allegedly Mathis got upset after they asked him to move his car. From there, words were exchanged and things escalated to Mathis allegedly flashing and pointing the gun at the worker, but he denies it. He says that the employees were blocking his car in and he could not put out of his driveway. He also claimed that one of the employees got smart with him, and when he stood in the street and told him if he didn't move, he'd get run over by a work truck. Mathis also claims he took the employee's words as a threat, but only informed the employee that he had a weapon. That's what I said. Yes, he's from here. He's from here. And we don't play. Okay? But I was like, he probably told him, I will shoot you. I have a weapon. If you don't move, I'll pow, pow. Pow, pow. Okay? Again, some leave people alone and they won't have to threaten you with a pow, pow. Okay? Somebody get the old white man out the offices. Okay? Any office in the nation, if you are of a certain age, Mitch McConnell is 81 years old. He's the Senate minority leader. He's 81. He up there at a press conference and went on mute. Beyonce said, everybody on mute. And he stayed quiet. He must have been listening. And the white man behind him who's looking like, do y'all not? It's the eye movement of the man behind Mitch McConnell let me know, they know, hey, something ain't right. Because he was talking and he stopped talking. What happened? Look, I don't mean to age shame. Ain't nobody cracking no jokes if that man had no stroke or something happened, because it was mid talk.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. We're on a path to finishing the NDA this week. It's been good bipartisan cooperation and a string of
Are you good, Mitch?
Okay, Mitch. Anything else you want to say, or should I just go back to your office? Do you want to say anything else to the press? Okay.
If there's ever a reason for there to be an age limit, this is it right here. Nobody should be 81. I kept saying when the Queen Elizabeth was damn near 100, then she should go sit down some damn way and give it to Charles. Nobody who was 81 years old should be in charge of shit like that. I mean, at your own house, cool. If you have a business, cool. You should not be. The age limit should be, I would say, if the retiring age in job stuff is 65, why the fuck is somebody who's 81 the leader of anything? And I'm like, did y'all not call 911? Because his speech got a bit slurred. He just stopped talking. And the fact that they just like, okay, go stand over there. Where is the EMS? Where's the defibrillator? Defibrillator? Can someone get the defibrillator? Where is it? And I'm like, Lord, but again, I feel like there should be an age limit. I do. Mitch McConnell don't have CashApp. He ain't got Twitter. Somebody get him some water. Make sure he okay. But I feel like if you are 81 years old, this is the main reason your health, like you should have every year past 65, they should have to prove they are still in it to win it. How many other meetings has he had an issue and we didn't know? I'm just saying. Praise God, he's still living. He didn't drive dead on time, but that man should retire. Anyone over 65 around there should have to prove they still in it to win it. Look, when I saw this, a 72-year-old drug dealer who was tied to Michael K. Williams overdose gets 30 months in prison. I said, why the fuck is you even 72 selling drugs? Where does a 72-year-old person get their drugs from? Now, I'm glad the person who was tied to taking out Michael K, is going to be in 30 months in prison. But why are you 72 years old? Just look, 72? You too old to be selling drugs. Too damn old. Right now, y'all, I'm going through the motions. Monica had stopped that fight here in Detroit when she was here. This is the fight up close. We now see that technically that lady hit that man first. And then he hit her back and then she kicked him. Now I saw folks saying, why was he holding her arms? I'm like, to me, it looked like he's restraining her and they tussled up together. It seemed like they was, one of them was preventing the other one or them both from doing things. But sometimes when you see people hold, hands like, stop, stop, stop. And as soon as her hand got free, she swung. And he swung back. But Monica didn't see all that from where she was at. You know what I'm saying? At all. So either way it goes, my notion is everybody should keep their hands to themselves. You can't be hitting women. We can't be hitting men. You shouldn't be tussled up. And the fact that you see folks saying, hey, stop, 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 they ain't listening. But folks were saying from here, from this viewpoint, because we thought some man walked up and popped her. And we got pissed. We was upset. Don't be walking up. Don't be doing that. And from this angle, we see whatever the altercation was, everybody should have to keep their hands to themselves. And you see Monica up top right over there, up in the pink on the stage. We see Monica around there. So I think Monica was seeing like, ho, stop, 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 stop. Cut it on out. And from her angle, she didn't see the lady swing on him, but she did see him swing back. She also didn't see her kick that man, try to kick him in the balls. But everybody keep your hands to yourself. Okay. I think it's music playing.
Oh, wait a minute. I know. Don't do something like that. Listen.
So again, you can't hit nothing. You can't hit nothing. You don't know. Because there's so much noise going on. So Monica saw them holding each other, and from her angle, she seen, him swing on her, but did not see her swing on him too. So again, sometimes, it is what it is, okay? But you know what I'm saying? We're gonna leave that be. Them people said they said, let's see what happened on the other side of the camera. Okay, we're gonna put that on out there. What else I want to cover today? The Rock gave a whole bunch of money to the Screen Actors Guild, like their it's like a financial group or something. It's not the actual SAG people. It's like the help the actors do stuff. He donated. They said he made a historic 7-figure donation. I say, y'all know 7 figures is at least $1 million. He gave at least $1 million. I feel like but you know, a lot of people could have the top percentile of these actors, the Kevin Harts, Jennifer Lopez's, The Rock's, Will Smith's, Chris Rock, you know what I'm saying? Folks who Eddie Murphy, folks who Martin Lawrence, folks who we know are multi-millionaires who this strike ain't gonna hurt their pockets at all because they so rich. Tom Cruise, yep. They can really afford to give like $5 million, $2 million. If just 20 of the richest of the rich, and I mean people who are damn near billionaires, people who have at least 100 mil sitting around somewhere, for this strike here, for their people, because they're all actors. They could put, you know what I'm saying, 2, 3, 4, 5 mil in a pot, because we already know a lot of actors don't even have health insurance with SAG because they don't make enough money a year to qualify. You have to make $29,000 a year as an actor to get health insurance. They said most people don't even have health insurance. So when I seen, you know, it Courtney Vance saying how Dwayne, you know, it was a historic amount. They did not give the amount, but 7 figures is at least $1 million. So he gave between $1 to $9 million, which is the most anyone's ever done. So, excuse me, I really want the rich folk who are actors to donate because that's their thing. I'm not donating shit. I ain't an actor. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna donate. But I feel like the top percentage of people can donate at least $1 million, because we don't know when this will be, you know, back up and running or whatever. And so, you know, folks gonna need some things. And not only that, the money can be there to help the people right now, and then what's left over can help in the future. Because again, I'm not donating shit because I ain't an actor. I'm not donating shit because I'm not even in the high percentage of people who make money on YouTube. If YouTube had a strike and then we were striking to get, you know, to be a union and this and that, well, first I got a regular job, so that'd be fine. But I would not be one to donate because I'm not making millions on YouTube. Not at all. The only reason I won't say Angela is because Angela's husband and her, this is like their foundation. So they're the ones doing the work to help people. So Angela, no, we don't need Angela to do it. Her husband around here doing it for people. Okay. Her husband around here doing it for people. So kudos to The Rock for putting up all that money. Send me some dollars. Congrats to Ari Lennox, who is 7 months sober. She wrote a long thing about how good it is to be sober, how bad it was for her, how she did not realize how she was basically coping by drinking and not being sober. And now that she is doing things sober, how differently her life is, how much she's aware of her triggers. Go read it. It's a great read, but I'm not going to read all that. And how she don't know how long her sobriety will last, meaning she may go back to having some drinks but not getting drunk later on in life. Because, you know, there's a difference between a person who should not drink at all versus somebody who is aware they've been drinking too much and have to cut it out, get recentered. Because look, in my 20s, I was for sure an alcoholic. I drank from time I was 18, 19 to around 23. I was a drinker. That's why now I don't drink that often. I drank so much. Look, God and the praying mama is what saved my life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm aware of how you feel when you're doing things because you're just drunk, and how once you are sober-minded, you make different decisions. And that's why I can drink when I want to, and I know my limit. I used to say get the limit and go past the limit, and then like, what the fuck happened? I did what? With who? Where? You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference. So I love her. This is how she's now. Again, she's 7 months sober. So congrats to Ari Lennox on that. Okay. Kim out here selling her daughter's stuff. Kim needs to make money. So she's posting on her IG how you can Cash App or Zelle. Kim has Cash App. Bow Wow might not have Cash App. Kim does. Okay. Now, first of all, I like that purse. I do. It's all fancy Chanel, this and that. It's all fancy shit. Okay. I'm not, no, not 10,000.
Condition.
Not 10,000.
Okay, you guys, these are Prada boots. These are adorable. Brielle's never worn them. I'm cleaning out her closet kind of without her authorization a little bit too.
The fact that they have so much stuff that has not been worn is wasting money. Well, I should know that.
Yeah. Okay, guys, this is another Chanel bag. And
I just wasted less money. They wasted the whole. I'm not. If I bought some, I'm wearing it.
We are.
I bought this purse, my Louis purse. I bought it last year. My first Louis bag. And it was sitting. Once I got sick, so it was sitting, and I was like, "Girl, use your purse. You know, I got, you know what I'm saying. Use your purse. I got the wallet. I'm gonna use it. I'm not spending. You know, I'm not gonna have multiple expensive bags. And
this is a brand new Lowe's bag, never carried. I bought it at Neiman Marcus for $28.50.
Honey, they try to return shit.
Brand new.
They trying to return things. We need the money. Yeah, all this stuff we can't afford no more.
It's really cool. It's all the zippers. The plastic is still on.
I can't do this. Okay, buy my stuff. It's almost like new.
These are my Louis Vuitton boots, worn only one time.
Them boots look like they was worn more than once. They look like they were a couple times.
McCoy's football games. They're adorable and in perfect condition. These are brand new and never worn Gucci shoes.
Those are ugly. They out here selling stuff. Okay, they out here selling wallets, wigs, everything. Dwight Howard. I may end on Dwight Howard. Dwight, I grabbed one on screen. I was on screen. Dwight Howard, who we know was in the news recently for allegedly what someone is saying that he assaulted them because he tricked them into a threesome. And this and that. He was on Way With Ye discussing. Now, all he said was, I'm not going to discuss my personal life, what's going on in my bedroom. I'm not going to do that. Why so much never worn? I feel like some of the things she said was never worn may not have been worn, but some of that stuff I think had been. Or at one time, I don't believe it. But I would not be doing that. Buying nothing from Kim. It's probably all like smoke. But Dwight Howard saying that he just will not discuss his personal life. I feel like he don't have to deny stuff. At one point he said, you know, I'm not going to discuss it. People are trying to say things to ruin my character. I think people, I remember watching Fox Soul with Funky and them, and I felt like they thought he was trying to say, oh, anyone trying to say that I'm gay, they're saying that because it's a bad thing. I said, I think he meant anyone trying to say I assaulted them is trying to assassinate my character because I may like some freaky things. I don't think he meant it was about the gay stuff, because he's denied things in the past. This he did not deny. He said, I'm not going to discuss my personal life. I think that means, hey, I might be out here, you know, doing some things. I might be out here because I might be bisexual or not transsexual or trisexual or whatever. But I do feel like people should not have to discuss their sexual history or whatever. And if someone is accusing you of doing something illegal, that should be discussed. But I felt like, I'm like, is he trying to say anyone trying to accuse him of doing something illegal? That's what they're saying can ruin his reputation. But if you like dick, fine, okay, I like dick too. You know what I'm saying? But some people do not have to discuss their sex life. And a part of me feel like that's his way of saying that is, I'm not going to ever publicly, you know, have a conversation about my personal life and what happens in my bedroom. So if you like to fuck, then do it. So I don't know. But if he did assault somebody, that should be handled immediately. Okay, if you round here doing illegal things and tricking people, that should be addressed. Okay. Let's just do it. Maddie and Tasha, T.S. Madison and Tasha is Ryan beef. In this message. And this is gonna be my ender. The trans conversation has went all the way left. Now, I don't know what Tasha said about Maddie first, but it was something. Because Maddie, T.S. Madison, went on her YouTube the other day. And when I tell you she read Tasha for filth, I was like, I can't play what Maddie said on my channel. I can't do it. It can't happen. She literally started her live off and said, like, Tasha can't fuck you, bitch. I was like, oh. I was like, oh, Maddie's mad. And she went clean off. Tasha talked about Miss Mary. I didn't know she did that. Like, I followed me and Tasha follow each other on and me and Maddie too on IG. I don't watch much of Tasha's content. I'll check in here and there for little stuff, but stuff that I feel like I know it's gonna be a bunch of shit, I don't indulge. I got too much shit to do. But I watch if I feel like it's gonna be something enjoyable and funny. When I seen Maddie post about how, because Maddie was on vacation, because I think it was in Barcelona, and when I see her put I'm back on U.S. soil. And I'm like, what the fuck didn't happen? I thought she meant she was going to have a conversation about the trans stuff that was being said. So I didn't see what Maddie put up live, but I watched the replay. And when I say the video started, and she said, Tasha K, I said, oh, I can't share that. I said, I know for a fact that video of Maddie for sure got flagged. Can't nobody tell me that did not get flagged, because the first, I want to say 15 minutes, she was going off. And I was like, because I'm like, what the fuck? I be missing stuff. I'm like, what happened? What happened? So I did not know that Tasha said anything about Miss Berry. Now, I've been watching Maddie for a while, and I'm like, Miss Berry is like my mama. You know what I'm saying? Where close to God. Don't have a bad bone. Every time I've heard Miss Mary talking or commenting, in the background or talking on Maddie's channel, it has never been anything except something positive, in my opinion. Something that is just, she seems like a good woman. And I'm like, Maddie pissed. And she's like, fuck you and your kids. And she went smooth off. Her video she did has 91,000 views. I was like, Lord. And so when I seen her, I'm like, what the fuck going on? I seen Tasha post some stuff and you sent back or whatever. Now, I was like, it's getting messy. It's getting messy. I then seen her post. Tasha K posted Maddie's passport. She posted it and she deleted it. That's just proof that she posted it, but she deleted it. Because Maddie was saying, why would she post my address? Now, I didn't see, because I kept looking at the passport, and I'm like, the address ain't on there. But I don't know if Tasha posted something else and then deleted it, and I just didn't catch it. Because Tasha then posted a conversation. Tasha recorded the phone call between her and Maddie, where Maddie said, like, why are you playing with me? Why would you post my address? Whatever, and whatnot. And I'm like, Maddie had to know Tasha would record a phone call. I feel like Tasha records all her phone calls. Tasha called me one time, and I recorded our phone call. Because I'm like, I don't want to be caught up in no bullshit. And because at the time I didn't know why she was calling me, I recorded it. Just in case. Because this was, she was in the bankruptcy, all that shit had happened. Her fuss with Bishop Rob, whatever. I was like, because I know she recorded phone calls, I have to record this to see what the fuck she wants. Okay. This was a couple weeks ago. And this is when she was looking for people to co-host for her. But she ended up getting Bonnie to do it. That's not how I talked to her. So I'm like, I know she records. So I'm like, Maddie had to have known Tasha was recording. You hear me? It's so much back and forth that is crazy. And I feel like what one person said, that random person with the TikTok that then went on IG and it blew up and we all upset, and then they had Jess going at the trans people, and then the back and forth, people all this soul is crazy. And I feel like I just wanted to stop. You know what I'm saying? But even at the Cardi posted, because Cardi was pissed off at people and who was talking about her, you know, doing featuring there and then. Not Tasha. Cardi was saying how ain't no album. I ain't doing no album. Leave me alone. So, you know, Tasha going in about there's no album coming from everything but music. Maddie's still a man. And Tina Knowles don't want her man. And this, I'm like, Lord. It's just a lot. It's a lot. And I feel like sometimes we just have to block out the noise. And you know, when I seen Tasha K put up the passport, and the caption had said something like, well, the government at 2019 still has you listed as Timothy, you know, whatever. So I'm gonna call you a man because the government has you lit. I was like, and I looked and I was like, and I didn't comment, but I saw the post that she has since deleted. And I was like, but the passport says issued in 2009 expires in 2019. And if you looked at the picture, you can tell it was an old picture. It wasn't nothing recent. And I was like, in 2009, which, you know, was 16 years ago? Wait, what year is it? 2023? I don't know how many years ago. 14 years ago. She may not have been legally listed elsewhere. But I'm like, the back and forth is crazy. They was going back and forth with each other. Good point, Kimmy. I wouldn't say I would have thought I made a deal with the devil. I wouldn't say that, but I will say what I can say now because you know, it's already passed. I was when she called me, I was surprised. Yes, because it was right after I said she used my name, Bishop Burberry, and so it was at, and I'm like, why she call? And I'm like, what you want to talk to me for? It was a pleasant conversation, you know what I'm saying? Because she was like, I'm looking for people. And she's like, I'm looking for people. I need people who's going to cover when I'm on vacation, blah, blah, blah. I'm looking at different people, but you're one of the people that I want to think about or whatever. And I was excited. I'll say that. And then after the first conversation, which like we're going to figure out who they're going to get. And like the following day, I told my mom, I was like, I don't think I should do it. And I was like, maybe it was like, yeah. It was like, and I'm like, I don't think I should do it. And I'm like, a part of me felt like, Jaylee, keep building your own platform because Tasha's involved in so much right now. Do I want people to feel like I support how she do things and some things she say? So I got nervous and I was like having anxiety. And I had not been even officially, you know, asked to do it. She was still figuring out who they was going to get. And by the time she called me back like a week later and told me they was going with somebody else, and I didn't know who it was at the time. And okay, thank you, cool. We had a nice talk. And I said to my mom, I'm like, see, it worked out how it was supposed to because I got nervous thinking like maybe I should not do it. But again, she ended up getting bondage to do it. It was great. But, you know, that was just me. Like, I don't know if I want to do that and this and that and that and this. So I wouldn't say I would thought it was the devil, but I did question if I wanted to take JayLeesCorner on to Unwild with Tasha K. Because then you're, you know, it's an association. And, you know, I just was thinking, you know what I'm saying? Because I do respect Tasha for what she's been able to do because she is successful. Even with all her pitfalls and things she's going through, like she is still someone I aspire to be like in the aspect of the growth. Not the antics, but the growth and her success. But I kept saying to myself, and for like 5 days, me and my mom, and even me and him, was like back and forth in it. And when she called me back, and said, hey, talk to my team and we're going to go with somebody else. But, but she's like, I still respect you. You do great, this and that or whatever. And it was fine. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. And I never told her that I felt like I should not accept it, because when I did not hear back from her within like a couple of days, I'm like, maybe they went with somebody else anyway. And she called me back and I'm like, hey, that's cool. So I didn't have to say to her no, because she called me back and so they went with somebody else anyway. But just seeing how she's now, in it with Maddie, I just feel like that's her lane. That's how she do things, and that's great for Tasha, and her empire gonna keep going how it's gonna go. But I was like, just seeing how Maddie went off, I did not know. I don't know what Tasha. I still don't know what Tasha said because I didn't see the video. I know Tasha now has a formula that if you talk shit about folk and you don't care, it's gonna spread. It's gonna be a clicking of you. And I feel like for my channel, I don't mind being in my own little corner, my own little chair. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to not have to be involved in bullshit. I want to not have to fuss and argue with people and debate. And I feel like sometimes if I was Tasha, I'm like, I feel bad for her time because it's a constant having to clap back and fucking cuss words, all that shit. And sometimes I feel bad for her because I'm looking like she has to go through a lot. But I'm like, but she put herself in those positions to do that, and she does it. But I'm like, Miss Mary's so nice. It's kind of crazy. The trans argument will always be divisive because some people do feel like the lady on that video who said women don't own this and that. Some people do feel like Jess, who just hilarious did say some transphobic things. I just feel like you cannot agree with somebody and not come for who they are by not agreeing with somebody. And so it's going to always be catch-22. It always. And I try my best to always, I move different now. Like, I think about what I'm going to do before I do it. I think about how will it look? How will it go? How will it work out for me in the end? How will my JayBirds feel about seeing me do this, that, or the other? Because it's like it's a conscious decision to be sure my brand is my brand. And even if I respect and can admire someone like Tasha K, who's involved in a lot of shit, but she had a lot of success, it's like, it's catch-22. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like I wonder if Tasha K would ever get to a point to where she'll stop wanting to be the content. Will she ever get to a point to where she will stop wanting to be fussing with motherfuckers around her and just know that she Tasha K and that she can report on whatever. And if someone feels some kind of way, well, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like just watch how pissed Maddie was. I was like, did Tasha K like call the FBI? Like, what did she do? What happened? Because I don't want to be caught up in turmoil. I don't. I really love my peaceful life. And I really love being a place that y'all can come to and we not caught up in a whole bunch of bullshit. Like, y'all ain't out here having to defend me and, to folks. Tasha said Miss Mary is. Miss Mary's a crippled diabetic in a wheelchair, and Maddie gonna be just like her, and she built like Miss Mary. You know what's sad about that? A lot of people are crippled in one way. A lot of people who not built like me, Maddie, Miss Mary, or Mother Magdalene, who are diabetic. There are a lot of people who are small and are diabetic. There are a lot of people who are crippled and in a wheelchair because they're just older. That's crazy to me. Like that's y'all that made me mad because I feel like y'all know my rule. I do not read people based on their body and how they look. I would not want to read anyone for being diabetic because I don't think that's fair to do that because so many people deal with different medical issues for different reasons. So I feel like, I mean, unless Maddie says something about Tasha mama or Tasha daddy or somebody besides Tasha, I don't understand why Tasha would go at Miss Mary. I wish a motherfucker would come after my mama. I'm hopped on the flight. You hear me? You know what? I wouldn't. Because my mama wouldn't want me to. And at the end of the day, if you allow people to, I will go off first. I will go off first, have to be calmed down second, and then I would have a rational conversation with y'all after I was pissed off going off. But that's horrible. I'm not surprised because we've seen Tasha, you know, we've seen other people say things about people. We have. I believe Maddie said we both Florida because Maddie from Florida and so is Tasha. So them back and forth and it's cool. I can't. That's horrible. That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, if you talk about somebody's mama, they can talk about your kids. If you cover my mama, I'm gonna cover your kids. You, your kids, your husband, your workers, your IRS person, your lawyer, your cat person, your dog. I don't know if they got pets. Everybody. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I wish everybody, you know, the YouTubers, the black YouTuber space is a small space. You know, it's a small space. And even though, you know, I'm lucky enough for my name to be mentioned with people who've been doing YouTube for years. Like you know, Scotty and Alex and Rox and Bondi and Abby, like, you know, they are people who have been on YouTube for 10, 11, 12 years. And I've only been on YouTube for 6 years. And I still feel like I've only really been doing it successfully with consistency and growth for 4. So I want all of us in the YouTuber space, us black content creators, to flourish and to rise above all the bullshit. You know, we all have our own thing. We all have our own niche. Even if we all discuss the same thing, we all have our own flavor. And I want us all to succeed without even having to be in the bull of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, just enjoy reviewing and talking and having conversations. Because I told y'all, see, I'm no longer reviewing a lot of shows. We were out here just having conversations every day. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I hope to keep growing so that I don't have to be in no bullshit. I don't want to cuss motherfuckers out of there. I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? But I want everyone to find success in what they do. I want everyone to have their own lane and keep it pushing. And that's just what I'm doing right now. I'm building my shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm building my shit. Every day I'm still pushing and pushing and pushing. I can easily be I can become a messy channel and grow. Because I can read a bitch for filth. You know what I'm saying? My mouth was reckless. I choose to be graceful. I choose peace. It's enough shit going on in the world where I don't want folk coming here for the mess. You know what I'm saying? So I chose my route, and I love my route. I had fun on my route. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all I was tired today. I did not want to come on live. I was tired when I got off work. But I said, nope, you told them yesterday to do me on live. Don't disappoint. Go on here, run it, and just do it. And so even on my tired days, I'm still around here with y'all my people. So I'm saying we the JayBirds around here. You know what I'm saying? And everybody has to do what's best for them. But Tasha, leave Miss Berry alone. But again, I don't want anyone to think I'm knocking Tasha. I do not always. We said this to each other because she said, "I know your opinion sometimes ain't rocking with me. I don't hold no." You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I know. I don't like how you do things. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to like how she do things all the time to respect her. And if nothing else, I respect her for her hustle. I don't do things how she do things. You know what I'm saying? But that's it, y'all. I'm done. Okay, I hope y'all all had a great time. Now, look, I don't think I will not be live tomorrow because I don't think there's nothing else to talk about or whatever. Again, unless something happened, big. I told you, unless Beyonce, you know what I'm saying, around here pregnant again, and Jay-Z becomes president, gives us free Wi-Fi, and Kanye West, I don't know, found some spirit to give us all new cars. I will not be live. I may put up content that is a premiere, so just check out my channel to see if there's anything up. But y'all know if I am live, I'll be live at 9 after work. Okay? But look, a great time was had by all. We had a whole bunch of conversations or whatever, a whole bunch of shit around here. I'm saying, had a good little chick in the chat or whatever. Okay, and I will talk to y'all later on. Okay, and stuff. But again, always check to see if I got some up on my channel, and if I'm gonna be live, I am always live at 9. Okay, I love you all. Please be safe. Be safe. Be safe. Until next time, y'all. I gotta go.